I've been doing some construction in the ocean for a while now, but I've never touched the temples there. I mean, I've already made a farm, only this time I want to transform the entire structure. To transform this building, I started by peeling up some towers. And as this ocean isn't that deep, this temple won't be 100% submerged. Those towers I've just created, they're going to be the observation towers around the temple. And speaking of the temple, I'm going to have to move it, bro, because it's not centralized. Also, the renovation we're going to do is going to be from scratch, so I'm going to have to remove it first. But the problem is here, these naughty guardians. And also the fatigue effect that this guy here can give me, man. Look at him, already here. To avoid the fatigue effect, I just have to kill the Elder Guardian, but I need him. Look, once I've got this effect, I can't break anything else, man. Mission, arrest the Guardian. First of all, I need a lot of buckets of milk to cancel the fatigue effect, since this effect doesn't let me break anything. Secondly, I need to create a nether portal and get the Elder Guardians to enter it, so that I'm trapped in the nether. And thirdly, yeah, there's nothing here about third. I just wanted to say third. Let me see how I'm going to arrest this bastard. I think I'm going to start by drying out this whole part that he's in here, bro. It's not going to be the whole length of the ocean, but this part in particular I'm going to dry out. Perfect! I filled this with sponge and now I need to create a nether portal. Let's break it down here. Put the obsidian here. I need to break this one down quickly before it gives a fatigue effect again. And I'm glad I've got these extra hearts. That's helping a lot. You can stand a lot of the Elder Guardian's damage. I'm hardly even feeling the damage. Look at that. It's all good. Now we'll turn on this portal here. Great. Now go, Elder Guardian. Come on, get in here. I doubt you'll get in. The portal of this size wasn't working, so I decided to make it bigger. He went inside the portal, bro. Then he went through the portal again. Was he supposed to do that? What? Oh no, come on, go through. Even with the nether portal being bigger, it didn't work, so I'll resort to the rails. Dude, I put it in the cart, now I've accidentally set it on fire, but it's not going there. Go there. Good. Okay, now I need to take out the cart that's on it. Calm down. This part is difficult now, so... And as you can see, I'm not the best person to transport the Guardians to the Nether. Anyway, now let's make a beacon and start smashing this whole oceanic monument. Dude, for real, there's no way. If I don't fix these Guardians, I'll never be able to break this ocean temple. The best way to stay safe from the Guardians is to use axolotls. I've got 13 buckets left, which is the amount of axolot I want to collect here in this cave light. But this isn't an axolot, is it? For sure, bro. There's gonna be some axolot here now, right? Wow, look, we found our first axolot. Hold on, I wanna get this guy. Yes, another one here. This time I was lucky enough to find two. One more here, it won't get away from me. There's another one here too. Get out of here, zombie. This is the perfect place to find axolotls. I saw another yellow one here. One more. Man, I've already got a bunch, bro. And now what I have to do is catch one, put on an axolotl and lasso one. Put on the axolotl and lasso it too. And I'll do it with all the ones I can get. Wow, look at this, bro. Look how many axolots I've got to protect me now. Let's see what happens if we get close to a guardian. Look, I'm going to get close, and in theory, they're going to attack if I attack this guy. Look at that, they're attacking the Guardian. Oh boy! In other words, if I let them attack the Guardians, I can come here and start breaking it down in peace. Perfect, bro. My plan worked. And this time, you must be wondering why I didn't dry up all the ocean around the temple before breaking the temple itself. The reason is simple. If I take all this water to build a new temple, after I've built a new temple, I'll have to put water back in, so it doesn't make any sense for us to be doing this, because taking water out to put it back in, bro, it doesn't make any sense. And now I'm going to fill several shulker boxes here with several prismarines, because it's more than time that we finally start building the new ocean temple, and we're going to use a lot of material to do it. I was building the base of our temple here and I saw that there was going to be a mountain getting in the way. As always, there has to be at least one mountain or something there and it gets in the way of our construction. Now I can continue building, and the difference between Minecraft's vanilla temple and the one I'm building is that this one is going to be much bigger. This temple I'm building here is going to have a lot more detail, both inside and out. Check it out. And I'm going to have to build it and then collect more material from our Guardian farm. Because now I'm going to need a lot of dark prismarine, lots of it. And that's because the second floor is almost done. I'm going to have to fill this whole section with a block of dark prismarine. All this I'm doing is just the basis of our new ocean temple, because it's going to be much bigger than that. These arches I'm making here in the corner will give it a castle-like detail, in addition, of course, to making our temple much more beautiful. Look, am I right or have I just tripped? Anyway, the project is 25% complete, and that percentage is going to rise even further, except that first I'll need to get a lot of quartz ore. Now, with a tower this size, how much quartz can I get? My pickaxe has fortune, it has everything we need to be able to multiply these quartzes. To start climbing the temple, I first need to climb some pillars, and that's why I took the quartz. Because these gigantic pillars here are going to be the support pillars for our temple. So before climbing all that structure, I need to climb several of these here, which I've already marked several points in these pillars. I'm making with pillars, stairs, and so on, because doing it like this will give it a very cool 3D effect. Having finished making these pillars, I've already started to make some details of the wall of our temple. I confess that this construction is taking a lot of work. As this part of the temple is going to be on the surface, I'm putting some moss to simulate a garden, because then the water won't get in the way of anything we put in, whether it's a flower or something else. But I don't want to put in any flowers. I need to come here to a biome that's behind here. Look at that, the famous coral reef, because I need these corals here. I'm not even handpicking which ones I want and which ones I don't want, bro. I'm just coming here and breaking them all. But these corals here now have a problem. Look. You see I put it in, it's red, but it's turned gray now. It's because, well, if there's no water around, they won't turn the right color. So I have an idea. There are some parts here under this garden that have these blocks underneath. And it's going to be in these parts that I'm going to put a bucket of water. And then if I put a coral here, look at it. It will stay whole. I've just had another new idea. If I put the gravel steps with moss here, put a bucket of water and another bucket of water on the other step, and put the horn coral on top. It's been a while and look, they haven't died, so good. That'll work. Now that it's worked out, I've added some grass too, which looks really nice. And to finish off our garden, we put these grids here, so there's no risk of it falling down there. With the garden finished, the next step is to complete the center of the temple. But what do you mean? The center of the temple? Isn't that the whole temple itself? No, it's not. So you can understand better. Everything I've done in the middle is the main temple, but around this main temple there will be secondary temples, which will form a kind of circle around the main one. Yeah, it's confusing, but you get the idea, right? After 55 hours on an ocean building, I'm finally on dry land. I mean, actually, I'm in a cave here collecting ores. But it's not even these ores that I need, for real. We're finding diamonds, but that's not really the focus right now. Why did I come here to get copper? I don't think most of you watching the video have even noticed, but there are many observation towers that haven't had the bottom part built. And that's because there was a lack of material here. In other words, there was a lack of bronze/copper. And we have the hard way, which is what we're doing now. Going from cave to get ore. Or we simply have the easiest way of all. Just like that, I can see all the ores, and I can make it even better. I'll remove the soft lighting and that'll be it. Look at all the ore, bro. So basically, this is a texture that removes all the blocks and I can only see the ores this way. Look, I'll take a little diamond here and it's cool. Very easy and practical, but I need to focus on the coppers first. And they're in a slightly higher layer, they were down there. And I only found copper in this layer. And I've just remembered something. As well as copper, I also need gold, iron, diamonds, lapis lazuli, and deep slate emeralds. Can you see that I've got the X-ray texture here, and so far I haven't found a single emerald? It's not going to be easy, and I wanted to start with the irons, right? It's just that finding an iron vein in this place is going to be difficult. There's an abandoned mine, and there's this here now. And I'm sure it's an iron vein, bro, because look how much there is. But now comes the question, why in the middle of an ocean would I want to use the ores for anything? Because look at the size of this construction and see if there isn't something missing in the tunnel. And that's why I'm getting ores, so I can pay homage to the Ender Guardian who died at the beginning of the video. He's so important that he has his own space here on top of the temple, and his statue is going to be made out of raw iron, bro. Do you know what it's like to make raw iron? I think raw iron is one of the most expensive blocks to make in Minecraft. It's a good thing there's an X-ray texture, bro, because otherwise I'd be screwed to get all that iron. And okay, let's look at it from a distance. It's already taking shape. Finishing the neck part now, it looks a bit like a snake, but that's going to change now. Because the head of the Elder Guardian will come from here. There's not much to say about the head. It's very simple and easy to do. Check it out. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Dude, it's in the body and shape of an Elder Guardian, sort of in 3Ds, except that his eye... Wait, hold on. I have a solution for everything. And the solution is called a lot of diamonds. So that we don't have to build a bridge. Let me try to stop here. Perfect, and now we're going to fill it in with diamonds. By adding these diamonds, it will make more sense and it will look more like an Elder Guardian. And that's why I took those ores. Here I'm going to put gold and I'm going to put lapis lazuli here on one side. The only ore I didn't manage to collect was... Internal exception now. With the Elder Guardian already made at the top of the temple, we now have 50% of the construction done. And the markings for the observation towers have already been made. But we're still missing another marking, which is the one for the secondary times, which will form a circle or a square or a triangle. The marking of the secondary times is now ready. But there are a few things I forgot to take out in the middle of the process here, man, that... For a moment, I thought this part had disappeared, and that's exactly what I have to take off. We've already used the part because we could use it, and I'm even going to see if I can put it outside. I don't know, because the regeneration effect will help a lot for anyone who tries to come here and bump into those bastards over there. I mustn't forget my very large aqueduct, which helps me defeat these bastard guardians here. It also lets me breathe endlessly underwater. Look at that. Look at all the animals attacking me now, just because I broke the aqueduct. Look how cool it is. Now we have an aqueduct in the center of our temple. The way it looks here, it's really cool. There's no way. And it wasn't out of the blue that I decided to take all these iron blocks and remove all the beacons, etc. But yes, because I need some cauldrons here, I think 2 pegs is enough. Because since our guardian is a tribute to our beloved Elder Guardian who died at the beginning of the video, I need to make sure this top is well lit at night. And something that will look really cool, a very different detail, is for us to put cauldrons here. And now I have cauldrons for the rest of my life. Now it's time to craft some buckets and get to Skull Island. Because in here is the best farm of lava. And this will be the illumination for our great guardian. A cauldron with lots of lava in it. And no, I haven't forgotten that all this marking I've just done is the secondary temples that are pending. But you know how it is, right? Small details make big differences. I even want to go into even more detail about this guardian. Look at this. When these bastards attack me, look at the lightning bolt coming out of them. Check it out. That laser beam that the Guardians release is going to be the one that I'm going to create here now. I don't even know if I can call it a laser beam because sometimes it might not even be a real laser beam. Just think, this circle here is going to get 3 times bigger. Instead of a laser beam, it's going to look like a sound wave. And following sound wave reasoning, I started to make one circle bigger than the other. And it ended up with this result, which worked very well for our guardian. I know you're very anxious to see what the end result of this temple will be. But we still need to bring the Elder Guardian here. And in order not to make the same mistake twice, this time I'm much better prepared. You're in the portal, but hold on, or I'll lose the Elder Guardian. I almost lost the Elder Guardian. Now here's the thing, bro. I need to put a rail here. It fell down. Only now it's stuck here on the rail. I need to put a rail here. Good. Now just push it and it will fall. It fell perfect. And it's already pushed a cart with an oven here too. And now when he gets here, he'll have broken. Perfect. Go on, Guardian. Make it good for us, bro. Whenever you want. See? It's just you. Oh, he's in. It's in. It's in. I've already got the fatigue effect. Where is he? Where's that naughty boy? Where is he? Guardian, I found you. Perfect. Now we have the Elder Guardian here in our ocean temple, man. I just don't know if I left him wandering around. He has to stay in there. Actually, it's already here. It's great. And I mustn't forget that the Guardian's emerald eye is missing. And now freaking out because I'm on the snow team with the X-ray texture. And look, except I know I'm gonna get a lot of emerald here. Just by looking up here, we can see that there's a lot of emerald. Alright, the other ores were deep slate, right? But this one will be the exception because that one is very rare. But if the snow team is like this here, imagine what the stone team must be like, bro. Look at the middle here. I'm getting to the stone team so we can analyze it. It's going to be invisible because it's 100% stone. Wow, look at this. Come on, I'm seeing some cool stuff here, see? I end up seeing really interesting things. Man, it's glitching, but look at that. If there's lightning, it looks like a Ligum's base. Could it be a secret base? Bro, I'm going to focus on my emeralds, but there are things stored here. Maybe I've accidentally discovered some secret of the stone team. But all I had to do was collect the missing emeralds. Because now that the main temple was ready, it was much easier to build the secondary ones. In fact, the diagonal ones were a bit too boring, but nothing compares to the towers, which are very detailed. With 3D details on a round roof, that's boring to me. But what really matters is the final result. And over a few temples, I've made some smaller guardians, and in others, I've made my favorite tool, which in this case is the trident. And so 100% completed of our new ocean temple. It looks like this. And if you want to see how I destroyed the entire creative squad with TNT, click on this video.